school football Thursday night at Massaponax High School. It was the opening round of the Region 5D playoffs. The top seed Panthers entertaining Albemarle. Albemarle won the coin flip and deferred to the second half, meaning Massaponax got the opening kickoff, and they took advantage of that first offensive series as they drove down the field for their first score of the night. Josh Hale with a nice run for the Panthers as he goes up the middle for a big gain to get the Massaponax offense going. The Panthers would get that triple option running game going early and often in their matchup with Albemarle. Big gain for Hale, who finished with 148 yards on the ground for Massaponax. Sophomore quarterback Luke Morley in for the injured Evan Schickel, and he ran the offense perfectly. Here's Hale again with another big gain up the middle and down the sideline, putting Massaponax in scoring territory, and Moreland would finish off the drive with a touchdown to give Massaponax a 7-0 lead. Then later in the quarter, the Massaponax defense coming up big, stuffing the run attempt there, forcing a punt for the Albemarle Patriots, and it would be the second possession of the night for Massaponax, and the Panthers would get a touchdown run from Elijah Christopher. He finished with 104 yards on the night, and this run coming up would cover 48 yards, and the Panthers had themselves a 14-0 lead as he's going to sweep off the left side. Nice job by Albemarle to shut down that run, but then again, it's going to be Christopher getting the handoff right up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles on his way to a 48-yard score, and the Panthers had a 14-0 lead with a little over 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter, 7:39 to be exact. Albemarle would get the ball offensively, and they get a nice pass play going as their quarterback would make a nice throw, and that is DeQuande Taylor making the throw in a big game down the sideline. And then it'll be Taylor for Albemarle on the keeper, and he'll make up a nice yardage and nice run down inside the Massaponax 10-yard line as Albemarle is trying to slice in to that 14-0 deficit. But the Panther defense would come up big as they would force a fourth down play, and Albemarle with the ball, and again on a third down run here by the quarterback up the middle, but did not fool Massaponax as the Panthers stuffed the run, forcing a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. And Taylor's pass attempt would go wide, and the Panthers would take over on downs as they keep Albemarle off the score sheet. There's the pass just wide of the intended wide receiver. So the Panthers would take over, and they would drive 99 yards to continue to hold on to their lead, as it would be Hale once again with a big gain off the left side and a nice run for Massaponax, setting up the Panthers in a prime scoring position once again. As I mentioned, Hale had 148 yards on the ground. As a team, Massaponax rushed for 572 yards on the ground. And then again, it's Hale busting one down the left sideline and finally knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And that would set up a touchdown for Romero as he would score from 7 yards out. And with 2:05 to go in the opening quarter, Massaponax had a 20-0 lead, and that was the score at the end of the opening quarter. Massaponax in control. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll have second quarter highlights. Massaponax and Albemarle, 20-7 is our score at the end of the opening quarter.
Are you looking to buy a home? Are you trying to sell your home? Jim Burnup with Century 21 Redwood Realty is who you need to contact. 540-538-5266. Jim can find a home to fit your life and budget. 540-538-5266. Redwood Realty has been a part of the Century 21 system since 1996. Jim Burnup provides the highest level of customer service. So if you're looking to buy or sell, call Jim Burnup at 540-538-5266. Your Century 21 Redwood Realty agent.
All All right, second quarter action from Massaponax High School. Massaponax and Albemarle. And in the second quarter, Romero with a nice run down the sideline on the option play as he's pushed out inside the 10-yard line. Massaponax up 20-7 at this point in the 5D region quarterfinal matchup. And the touchdown would be coming up from the sophomore quarterback Morley. Morley rushed for 136 yards on the night. And after that big Romero run, Morley would keep it and score the touchdown with 10:37 to go in the opening half, and Massaponax was cruising 27-7 at this point. And then Albemarle trying to get back in the game with the passing attack, and their quarterback Taylor did a nice job of running the offense, and he will hook up with Bruce McLean on this pass as he hooks up with a nice pass that is caught for the first down for Albemarle, but the Massaponax defense would hold and get the ball back for their offense, and then Morley would rip off another big run. As you can see, 27-7 at this point with a little over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. And as I mentioned, Morley in for the injured Evan Schickel. Down the sideline he goes with a nice run before he's finally forced out of bounds by Albemarle's defense. And then it'll be Morley again picking up good yardage once again for Massaponax. As the Panthers were cruising in their opening playoff game, the Massaponax did not make the playoffs last year, so they were back in postseason play and taking advantage with Morley. Another nice run as he gets down inside the 10-yard line. That would lead to Josh Hale's 5-yard touchdown run, and Hale would score to push the Massaponax bulge to 34-7 in the second quarter against visiting Albemarle, as the Panthers would get it rolling early and often in this one at Massaponax High School, as Morley will turn and give to Hale, and he splits the defense and is in the end zone. 34-7, Massaponax in control. After a bad snap on a punt, Massaponax got the ball right back, and they would score again. Romero getting his second touchdown of the night on the short run. It covered 3 yards. 41-7. Massaponax on top at this point in the second quarter. And Albemarle would, again, have to rely on their passing game to try to get them back in this game. And it would be a nice pass play here as their quarterback Taylor would hook up with the wide receiver on a little slant pattern for good yardage, but the Massaponax defense would come up with an interception as it is picked off. It is Christopher, beautifully possessioned right there, goes up, gets the ball at its highest point, comes down with the pick to give the Panther offense another opportunity. And yes, the Panthers would indeed take advantage of that opportunity as Luke Morley would rip off a 45-yard scoring run as he goes around the right side and scores, and that made it 55-7, and we're not even into the second half. Massaponax in control. They were leading at 55-7 as they were cruising, and they would indeed go on to victory with no problem in this opening round matchup. 55-7 at the half. We'll take a break, come back, and have the second half action.
Are you looking to buy a home? Are you trying to sell your home? Jim Burnup with Century 21 Redwood Realty is who you need to contact. 540-538-5266. Jim can find a home to fit your life and budget. 540-538-5266. Redwood Realty has been a part of the Century 21 system since 1996. Jim Burnup provides the highest level of customer service. So if you're looking to buy or sell, call Jim Burnup at 540-538-5266. Your Century 21 Redwood Realty agent.
All right, second half, third quarter, and the Massaponax defense, Quentin Wilcox and Miles Washington teaming up to stuff the run on that play as Massaponax was just trying to run out the clock, and looks like Albemarle was trying to do it again. The quarterback Taylor is dropped for a loss as he was trying to get around the end on a sweep play, and Massaponax would roll 62-14 was the final in their opening 5D regional playoff game. So the Panthers now will entertain Brook Point in the second round of the 5D playoffs. Once again, your final score right there, 62-14, Massaponax with the win.